Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
In a fairly run-down hotel, a group of policemen are carrying out an intervention. One of them kicks open a door and they all point their guns at a woman. Her name is Trinity. Outside the hotel, several police patrols gather. Two men in black suits get out of a private car, and one of them, Agent Smith, warns the police lieutenant that his men will be killed. Trinity appears to give up, but turns around to attack. When she finishes them, a certain Morpheus tells her that they traced her line and that she must get to a public telephone. Trinity goes out into the hallway. She meets police and Agent Smith, so she goes to the rooftop and runs across the roofs of buildings. She makes a humanly impossible jump and lands in the building in front. Then she goes down to the street and locates the phone, but a garbage truck is about to crash it. Trinity gets just in time and takes the call. In this way, she barely managed to escape. In a messy room, we see a man sleeping. His name is Neo. He wakes up after receiving a message on his computer. The following message tells him that the Matrix has him and that he must follow the White Rabbit. Almost immediately there is a knock on his door. It is a group of young people to whom Neo clandestinely sells a CD.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
They ask him out to relax, and Neo agrees when he sees a white rabbit tattoo on one of the girl's arm. They arrive at a party in an apartment. Neo is alone, and Trinity approaches him. She reveals to him that she has been watching him and that he is in danger. Trinity knows that Neo is obsessed with finding Morpheus to learn what the Matrix is.
The answer is out there. It's looking for you.
The next day, Neo is late for his work and is scolded by his boss. While at his desk a package arrives. It is a cell phone. Morpheus is calling to warn him that agents are coming for him. Neo is scared, but he receives instructions to leave the place. He stealthily flees to a small room. Morpheus wants Neo to reach the roof by the outside of the building, but he freaks out and is captured by the agents. Neo is taken to an interrogation room. Agent Smith shows him that they have been watching him and that they know that he has been committing cybercrimes under the alias Neo. They make him a cooperative deal which he rejects immediately and demands a phone call.
What good is a phone call if you're unable to speak?
His mouth gets completely sealed and the other guards knock him down against the table. Agent Smith takes out a robot insect and lets it enter Neo's body through his navel. Neo wakes up and receives a call. It is Morpheus. He tells him that he is the chosen one and proposes that they meet. Under a bridge, a car arrives. Trinity receives Neo. There are two other people in the car. They tell him to open his shirt, and with a machine they extract a robot insect. They arrive at a building and Trinity escorts Neo to a room where Morpheus is.
At last.
The two start talking. Morpheus knows that Neo has always felt that something is wrong with the world and that the reason for it is the Matrix.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Morpheus shows him two pills as two options. The blue one will make everything go back to how it was before. The red one will show him the truth. Neo is taken to another room and connected to a machine. The pill was a tracker. The liquid begins to rise all over Neo's body, and when it reaches his face, he wakes up for the first time. Neo finds himself in some kind of cocoon, with several wires connected to him. He observes that this is the same situation for millions of other people. A flying robot appears to remove the main wire, then the others break loose and the cocoon is emptied along with Neo. He is close to drowning when he is caught by a hook. Neo is greeted by the group of rebels and Morpheus.
Welcome to the real world.
Several days pass in which they help him to recover, as it is the first time he has used his body. Once he finally awakens, Morpheus visits him to reveal that they are close to the year 2199, shows him the ship they are in, and introduces him to the crew.
You wanted to know what the Matrix is, Neo?
They sit Neo on a machine and connect him to a wire behind his head. Morpheus and Neo are virtually in a program called The Construct, where Morpheus teaches him that the Matrix is a simulation of society at the end of the 20th century and that the real world is a dystopia. It all happened because of a war between humans and machines with artificial intelligence, and when humans destroyed the possibility of receiving solar energy, robots began to use the energy of humans to exist.
What is the Matrix? Control.
Neo exits the simulation and gets pretty agitated until he passes out. When he awakens, Morpheus apologizes for what happened, but tells him that he had to do it because he is sure that Neo is the chosen one, the savior predicted by the Oracle.
Get some rest. Going to need it. For what?
Your training.
The next day, a man named Tank comes to talk to Neo. He is an operator who was born naturally in the last city of humanity called Zion. He will implant in Neo various combat skills.
Yeah, Mikey, I think he likes it.
After 10 hours of artificial learning, Neo enters a simulation program with Morpheus to practice. The other crew members go to watch the fight. Morpheus initially beats Neo, but after being convinced that he is faster, Neo wins. The combat ends and they go to a jump simulation.
Free your mind.
Morpheus manages to jump to the building in front, and it is Neo's turn, but he doesn't make it. They both disconnect from the program. Morpheus reveals to Neo that if someone dies in the Matrix, that person also dies in real life. That night, Trinity brings dinner to Neo, and Cypher questions if he is really the chosen one. The next day, Morpheus and Neo enter a simulation again. He tells him that the goal is to free humans from the Matrix, but in the meantime, these people are clinging to the system.
Look again. Freeze it.
Morpheus freezes the simulation. He reveals that anyone connected to the Matrix can become an agent, and that Neo will eventually be the only one capable of defeating one. Back in real life, enemy machines that locates and destroys called Sentinels are closing in on the group ship. Tank takes the ship to safety, shuts down the entire system, and keeps an electromagnetic pulse ready as a defense against the machines. The Sentinels scan the place without detecting the ship and leave. Time after, Neo goes to talk to Cypher, who insinuates that he regrets taking the red pill and recommends to Neo that he should run as soon as he sees an agent. He looks uncomfortable and leaves.
Thanks for the drink.
Immediately afterwards, we see Cypher making a deal with Agent Smith. In exchange for giving him Morpheus, Cypher will be returned to the Matrix again, but without remembering anything, and this time being someone rich and important. Back on the ship, the group enters the Matrix to speak with the Oracle.
We're in.
We see Cypher throw a cell phone into a garbage can that works as a tracker. By car they arrive at the destination building, but only Neo and Morpheus go up to the floor of the Oracle, and only Neo enters the apartment.
I told you I can only show you the door. You have to walk through it.
Inside are other people who could be the chosen one, mostly children with powers. Before long it is Neo's turn to speak to the Oracle. She is an older woman who soon shows her ability.
And don't worry about the vase.
What is?
She checks Neo and tells him, disappointed that he is not the chosen one. She also reveals that he or Morpheus will die, and it is Neo's decision who will remain alive. Neo is shocked, and Morpheus tells him not to tell anything. When they return to the place they departed from, they all go up the stairs, and Neo has a deja vu watching two same cats go by.
What is it?
A deja vu is usually a glitch in the Matrix. It happens when they change something.
The group runs up, while one of them who remained guarding the building is the victim of an ambush. The exits are sealed. Tank guides them to a secret path to escape behind the walls. They go down in silence, but dust falls on Cypher, so he coughs, which alerts a policeman. The cop transforms into an agent and attacks Neo. Morpheus breaks the wall and hangs the agent, orders them to remove Neo from the place. They all go down to the ground, defend themselves from the police and escape through a hole. Except for Cypher, who stays on purpose. Agent Smith fights with Morpheus. He doesn't seem to have any chance of winning, so when he falls to the ground the cops hit him. Cypher asks Tank for help to get out of the Matrix, and when he does it, he shoots him. The group is informed that Morpheus is still alive. They arrive at a house to use the phone and get out of the Matrix.
I don't know, it just went dead.
Cypher seizes the moment to express his reasons for his betrayal and begins to disconnect the members of the group one by one, which kills them instantly. Cypher threatens to disconnect Neo because he does not believe that he is the chosen one, but Tank appears wounded with the weapon and shoots Cypher. The phone rings and the survivors return to reality. Meanwhile in the Matrix, Morpheus is kidnapped listening to Agent Smith's speech on how evolution will make machines prevail over humans. On the ship, the group is deciding to kill Morpheus because the agents will extract information from him that can end what remains of humanity, which is the city of Zion. Neo stops them and tells them what the Oracle told him, so he and Trinity decide to go in and rescue Morpheus, but not before arming themselves. Both enter the building where they have Morpheus and open fire on the guards. When they are eliminated, dozens of better armed police arrive at the scene. Neo and Trinity use their abilities at the same time as their weapons to finish them all. They enter the elevator, leaving the floor destroyed. Trinity deploys a bomb and Neo ties them both to the elevator cable. The elevator car hits the ground, causing the bomb to explode.
Find them and destroy them.
On the rooftop, Neo and Trinity finish killing enemies, but one of them transforms into an agent. Neo shoots him, but the agent dodges all the bullets. Now he is the one who starts shooting. Neo does not manage to dodge all the bullets. The agent is about to shoot him, but Trinity saves him. The agent becomes a policeman again. Both get into a helicopter and position themselves in front of the room where they have Morpheus. Neo shoots the agents with a minigun. Morpheus frees himself from his chains and runs ready to jump. The agents return after having taken other bodies and manage to wound Morpheus.
He's not gonna make it.
The group escapes in the helicopter, but Agent Smith damages it badly. Morpheus jumps to the roof of a building and Neo does the same. Trinity knows that the helicopter will fall, so she jumps up holding onto the rope and Neo grabs her. When they are all gathered, they ask Tank to help them escape, and he guides them to the subway station. Morpheus is the first to go using the phone. Trinity wants to say something to Neo, but she saves it for later. A homeless man who is watching what happens transforms into an agent, and his shot hits the phone just after Trinity manages to escape, leaving Neo alone against the agent. Both react by firing their pistols, but when they run out of bullets, they fight hand to hand. Neo can't beat him this way. Agent Smith drags him onto the train tracks to kill him, but Neo jumps up against the roof, knocking him down just in time for the train to pass over him. Neo is about to leave when Agent Smith reincarnates. Meanwhile on the ship, a group of sentinels are heading towards them. Morpheus orders Tank to ready the electromagnetic pulses, although he cannot use them until Neo leaves the Matrix. He is running from Agent Smith and steals a phone to contact Tank, who gives him the address of a phone to escape. The other agents appear from the crowd and shoot towards Neo. He enters a building and runs to the apartment where the phone is ringing, but when he enters, Agent Smith is there and shoots him. To be sure, the agent shoots him multiple times, and they confirm his death by checking his pulse. The Sentinels manage to enter the ship and are close to the group. Trinity speaks in a low voice to Neo. She confesses that the Oracle told her that she would fall in love with the Chosen One, so it is not possible for him to die. She kisses him, and in a few seconds he comes back to life. Neo gets up and the agents shoot him, but he stops the bullets.
He is the one.
Agent Smith goes to attack him, and Neo stops all the blows from him without any difficulty. He then kicks him and enters his body. Neo makes the agent explode and comes out unscathed. The other agents escape when they see his power. The group is about to be attacked by the Sentinels, so Neo runs to the phone. The group survives. Neo and Trinity again share a kiss. We hear Neo on a call. He is leaving a warning message to the machines that control the Matrix. He warns that he will free the humans.
I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
That's all for today. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and share this content to support it. And as always, thank you very much for watching.